You see, honestly, the way
Danielle are fucking some serious competitors in here.
You see, I think that in a way, the way I honestly perceive it is that I never really had intentions of doing so. I had no idea where I would go when it became the seven of us or what I would do. I had relationships with different people,
and I don't. Danielle, me, and Jessica.
Yeah, and I.
But then I heard it was the other thing.
Well, this is the whole thing. And to me, the whole thing is everyone formulated their opinions, but like no one came and just sat down and said what's going on. And after I was accused of things that I didn't do, you know,
I'm talking about before.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it was, to me, you can believe it or not believe it. When I went to bat for Danielle during the HOH, it was coming from a very true place. And when I celebrated her victory,
very good.
Trust me, I didn't think for a second I was going to be going up that week. I feel like we were all still on board to that very time, and then it was obvious that everyone was looking at me completely differently. As we all have established, I'm with it, I'm smart, I'm not an idiot. I didn't know what was going on or why it was going on, but I knew something was going on.
When I stopped trusting you 100%, I felt like there was a week between day 2 or day 3 or 4, right in there, where Danielle started talking to me about you, and we were talking, and I let you know that we were together. And that was a huge, actually too big of a leap of trust that early.
I discussed many times that the first person I hit it off with here was Danielle. The second person was you. So it was not, you know.
But when I didn't trust you 100% was the first day I made you breakfast.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I honestly, this is going to be one of these things. Who knows if it was even a moment of value to anyone else or only as you.
Why would you say I'm sleeping?
But I'm saying I don't know. I wish I could tell you what was going on or what it was. I can tell you I never had shit with either of them. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure.
She still says that you do.
Well, I'm sure she'll be saying it when she's sitting in sequester in a few weeks. All the same, you know. It's she can say it, and it is what it is. You know. I don't know what the hell
There's so much
she's
stuff that
talking
I thought was like, that was the problem. It was the votes I thought was one person, and I figured that you did one and he did the other now.
Yeah. I can tell you.
Because he was so sure. He's like, yeah, I'll bet you $100.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you. They both told me that or whatever. And I said to them, if you lose the bets, I'll pay them with my own money. I said, you bet him $100 about the votes or whatever. I said, if you lose the bet to him, I'll walk all of us together with a smile on my face, punch in my ATM code, and hand Dick the money for you. You know, for me, it was like, you know, there was just, I didn't do a lot of these things, and it was brutal. It was terrible.
You did the first one, right?
No, I did not. I didn't do the votes.
I thought you did the Nick ones to set him up. The Mike one to set him up, or
no, I didn't do the votes. I really wanted Kale out that week, the Mike week. I really did. But when everyone else did it, it was week 3. I wasn't going to start ruffling people's feathers.
Mike was a stupid move we see in retrospect, but there was good reason for it because he said that he would put me and Danielle up if he got it. And there was the 3 guys, Mike, Zach, and Nick, that needed to be broken up. Also by breaking up the Mrs. Robinson thing, which also included Jen, and one of them had to go, and he was kind of in the middle. Although, in retrospect, it probably should have been Cal. But it was good to keep Cal because when she went on the block, she spilled everything. So, I don't know, you can't cry over spilt milk kind of a thing.
You know, to me, the only time that I really felt like, oh, I guess these are not options anymore, these is not the plan, blah, 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 was after I was already up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. You guys were after me. And prior to then, I was thrilled when she won HOH. I really was. And I'm going to look like a complete bozo that week because I'm going to be another week of safety in the Big Brother house. This is great. I'm so happy Danielle won it. It couldn't be a better choice. The timing's perfect. Blah, 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 blah. And then 2 days later, I'll be like, oh no, I'm going on the block.
Well, let me tell you what pissed me off was the fact that you and some other people felt exactly that way when week after week after week.
Oh, no, I thought...
Because Kale stayed and Jen stayed, that constantly Kale and Jen, Dick and Danielle, as long as they're banging, everybody else is sitting back with a beer, some popcorn, and watching the show, because those are the people that are going to go up.
I know that you feel otherwise, but I sincerely believe, and I mean it, and this will just be an agree to disagree point, that if Kale or Jen had won that, under the circumstances as it unfolded, that it would have been me and you nominated, not Danielle. I really believe that, and I didn't think I was safe at all.
No, not with Jen.
I didn't think I was safe.
Not with Jen after that iced tea incident.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, I'm looking forward to seeing people's icons on the message boards with the fucking iced tea over and over.
What I can say is where I differ from other people is I will smile and laugh and still shoot out an email and say, oh my fucking God, when I watched that, I couldn't even believe my eyes type of thing. Other people aren't going to feel that way, but I will. You know what, actually, I'll tell you the one thing that really got me. I have no problem saying this. The one thing that really got me is the amount of value you guys put into the banner. Because, to me, it could have been the Slick Nick fan club president. It could have been a 40-year-old woman who thought Nick was hot. And Amber and I stood up in the room, and we probably sealed his fate. And they were probably pissed off about it. And
honestly, with me,
yeah,
it had absolutely nothing to do with that.
Well, to me, because then I had to hear this for days after, and people still have it filed in the back of their brain. And it's like, you don't know how many of the banners beforehand said, Eric is America's hero and we love him, and Nick is a douchebag, or how many of the 35 million banners, they could have been about you, they could have been about fucking Kale, for God's sake, although I highly doubt that. But I'm just saying,
please.
I'm just saying.
That would be like her getting her own The Kale Show. As
flattering as it is to think that they were all about me and what a piece of shit I am, I have a tough time believing it. They... it's one person, one fan,
we'll
one
find out on the
point of view.
message boards when we get out of here. They talk about what banners were sent.
It's one,
who sent money.
one person, one point of view, one thing. It happened to be seen, and it was really detrimental to me. And that's,
honestly,
to me,
dude,
I was like,
if
that
the rest
sucks.
If the rest of the five say that, I know that with Danielle, all it did was get her thinking, and then a lot of things came together. And then when she talked to me about it, more things came together. And when she talked to Jessica, Jessica added some stuff. And we talked to Jamaica, Jamaica added some stuff. Then Amber added some stuff. And Dustin added some stuff. And
the only problem is not all of, in fact, a lot of it was not accurate.
And then Jen said some stuff too when we talked to Jen. So
but then, I mean, obviously, whatever happened, happened. And there's no point in crying over spilled milk. But to me, it was like, you know what? And then, people speculating about the length of my sessions or that and this and that. And it's like, and votes I never cast. And it was like, to me, it's like, and I've said this a million times, I'm going to do plenty of fucking things in here that I need to be held accountable for. And if I go home on my own stupid choice or overplaying or a bad alignment, then good, I deserve it. The one thing that would drive me bonkers for the rest of my life is going home on something that either A, I didn't actually do, or B, was some stupid fucking banner that a dumb fan sent. It's like, I will go home.
That would, trust me. I talked to Danielle for a long time, and that was almost completely discounted.
Okay.
And it can't be taken, because what it said is, Nick, we love you. Amber and Eric are liars.
Right.
So even the way that I took it was that because we all said, which was stupid, and we all said that we'll handle our own thing with Nick the way each individual wants to handle it.
Terrible choice.
Fucking horrible. Because,
although of course I never lied to Nick. Why would I claim to Nick that I was going to keep him? I never said that at all.
I figured that you were bullshitting with him, that Amber was bullshitting with him, because that neither one of you wanted to deal with him or anything else. Me, I was very honest with Nick, and I was very open with Nick. And he's like, I'm going home, aren't I? I said, do you want to talk to the group? I said, if I was you, why don't you just sit down and talk with everyone? Get it all out in the open. I'm like, that's what I would do. And he's like, dude, that's not my style. You will see, God, you will see when you leave here and you see the show that I never lied, never bullshitted. The thing with your daughter is totally true, and da-da-da-da-da, and so on and so forth. And, I called him out on a bunch of his bullshit. Like I said, the things that I